So you think your favorite color is just a random preference? Like you just woke up one day and decided blue was neat? Well, congratulations. You've been psychologically profiling yourself this entire time without even knowing it. Your brain has basically been running a personality test on you since you were old enough to point at things and grunt. Let's start with the obvious suspect, black. Oh, you love black? How mysterious and complex you must be. Psychologists actually say black lovers tend to be sophisticated, elegant, and often a little emotionally guarded. But let's be honest here. Half of you probably just discovered black hides coffee stains and decided it was your signature color. There's Jenny from accounting, wearing her third black blazer this week, telling everyone it's because she's channeling her inner minimalist. No, Jenny, it's because you spilled your latte on Monday and haven't done laundry since the Obama administration. But here's what's actually fascinating about black preferences. Research suggests people drawn to this color often value privacy and control. They're the ones who read the terms and conditions, use private browsing mode for everything, and somehow always know which restaurant has the best Wi-Fi password. They're not necessarily antisocial. They just prefer their social interactions with an exit strategy planned in advance. Now, let's talk about red people. Psychology tells us red lovers are bold, energetic, and passionate. They're also statistically more likely to honk their car horn in traffic, which explains a lot about modern society. Red is the color of urgency, of "look at me," of "I definitely didn't read the instructions, but I'm doing this anyway." These are the people who order the spiciest item on the menu just to prove they can handle it, then spend the next 20 minutes crying into their napkin while insisting it's not that hot. Studies show red preference often correlates with extroversion and risk-taking behavior. Translation: red lovers are the ones suggesting karaoke at 2 a.m. and somehow convincing everyone it's a brilliant idea. They're natural leaders, assuming natural leader means person who walks into the wrong meeting room with such confidence that everyone just goes with it. Blue enthusiasts, on the other hand, are supposedly calm, trustworthy, and stable. They're the human equivalent of a reliable sedan. Not flashy, but they'll get you where you need to go and probably have jumper cables in their trunk. Blue is the most universally preferred color, which means blue lovers are either the most psychologically balanced among us, or they're just really good at following crowds, probably both. The psychology behind blue preference suggests these individuals value harmony and tend to be good communicators. They're the ones who actually listen when you're talking, remember your birthday, and somehow always have the right cable for your phone. They're also more likely to have indoor plants that are actually still alive, which is honestly more impressive than any personality trait. Speaking of green, the nature lovers. Psychology suggests green preferences indicate balance, growth, and a connection to the natural world. These are people who genuinely enjoy hiking, not just posting about it on social media. They're the ones with reusable water bottles that they actually remember to reuse. And they probably know at least 3 facts about composting that they'll share whether you ask or not. But here's the thing about green people. They're often the most judgmental about everyone else's environmental choices while conveniently forgetting they drove to that climate change rally in an SUV. They'll lecture you about plastic straws while ordering their organic smoothie in a non-recyclable cup. The cognitive dissonance is real, but at least their intentions are biodegradable. Before we continue dissecting your soul through your color choices, let's pause for a moment. If you're finding this weirdly accurate, you might want to subscribe because apparently I'm reading you like a psychological picture book, and there's plenty more where this came from. Yellow lovers are supposedly optimistic, creative, and energetic. They're also probably the ones who send good morning texts with 17 sun emojis and mean it sincerely. Research indicates yellow preference often correlates with high levels of creativity and spontaneity. These are people who decide to redecorate their entire living room on a Tuesday afternoon because they felt inspired. They're exhausting in the best possible way. But yellow psychology also reveals something interesting. People drawn to this color often have high anxiety levels that they mask with relentless positivity. They're the ones laughing a little too loud at mediocre jokes and insisting everything is great, even when their life is clearly falling apart. It's like emotional camouflage, except instead of blending into the forest, they're trying to blind predators with aggressive cheerfulness. Purple people are the wild card. Psychology suggests purple lovers are imaginative, spiritual, and often unconventional. They're the ones who unironically collect crystals, know their moon sign, and somehow always have the most interesting stories at parties. Purple combines the passion of red with the stability of blue, which basically means purple people are passionate about being stable, or stable about being passionate. Either way, they're complicated. These individuals often march to their own drummer, assuming that drummer is playing some experimental jazz fusion that nobody else quite understands, but everyone secretly respects. They're creative problem solvers who look at IKEA furniture instructions and think, suggestions. Pink psychology is particularly entertaining because it reveals our cultural conditioning in real time. Studies show pink lovers are often nurturing, compassionate, and romantic. But watch how differently people react when a grown man says his favorite color is pink versus when a woman does. Suddenly, everyone becomes a sociologist, analyzing gender norms and societal expectations. Meanwhile, the guy just likes pink because it reminds him of cherry blossoms. But now he's accidentally started a philosophical debate at a dinner party. White preference psychology suggests a love of simplicity, cleanliness, and new beginnings. These are people whose homes look like they're perpetually ready for a magazine photo shoot, which is either incredibly impressive or mildly psychotic, depending on whether you've ever lived with them. They're the ones who own one perfect white shirt that somehow never gets stained, defying all known laws of physics and laundry. Orange lovers are supposedly enthusiastic, adventurous, and social. They're also statistically more likely to wear cargo shorts past the age of 30, which says something about their relationship with social conventions. Orange psychology indicates high energy levels and a tendency toward optimism, but also suggests someone who might think a road trip without a destination sounds fun rather than terrifying. It's worth noting that this entire video is for entertainment and information only. If you're having serious mental health concerns, your favorite color isn't going to solve them, and you should definitely talk to an actual professional rather than making major life decisions based on a YouTube video about color psychology. The truth is, color preferences are influenced by everything from childhood memories to cultural associations to that time you had food poisoning after eating something red and now subconsciously avoid the color. Your favorite color might say something about your personality, or it might just mean you really liked that one sweater your grandmother bought you when you were 7. But here's what's genuinely interesting. Research shows our color preferences do correlate with certain personality traits and behavioral patterns, even if the relationship isn't as simple as red equals aggressive, blue equals calm. It's more like people drawn to red often exhibit behaviors associated with high energy and assertiveness, but also Janet from HR loves red, and she's about as aggressive as a sedated golden retriever. The real psychological insight here isn't that colors determine your personality. It's that your brain is constantly processing environmental cues and making associations that influence your preferences and behaviors in ways you're not even aware of. Your favorite color is less a destiny and more a symptom of how your particular neural pathways have learned to navigate the world. So next time someone asks your favorite color, remember you're not just sharing a preference, you're accidentally giving them a glimpse into your psychological profile. Whether that glimpse is accurate or complete nonsense is still up for debate, but at least now you know why your friend who loves purple also owns 17 scarves and thinks Mercury retrograde explains her Wi-Fi problems.